guys, welcome back to Just ADHD Girlies. I'm your host, Caroline.
And I'm Shannon.
And we're back with another episode. Ooh, episode 5. Wow, look at us. Go. We are going.
Going. Oh, there's new gauges.
They are back to my gauge debacle.
Sorry. Triggered. Sorry.
No, they're weights, so they help me. I'm still stuck in between sizes.
I just thought they were cute.
Thank you. I think I'm just gonna stick with the weights.
It's
honestly.
giving what is it? Solar eclipse.
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's a great segue.
It's giving solar eclipse.
We are about to literally go into the solar eclipse. What's today?
What time is it at?
What is today?
Plot twist. We don't see it because we're in Florida.
It's the 3rd. It's happening on the 8th. So literally right when the kids go back to school. Oh, happy spring break, bitches!
Spring break.
Beep.
Wow, how crazy of a difference it is for us now.
Literally.
Yeah.
Breaks.
Going on vacations, watching children.
Literally.
Oh, wow.
Time to ourselves.
Time. Wouldn't say that.
Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't say that.
I think the only time to myself is when I sleep, but that's not even true. They're literally attached like a leech.
Yeah. She'll still be like, Mom, you sleeping? Well, I was.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
Like, how about you? No? Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll this way. Close my eyes saying, you know how to use a remote by now? Enjoy.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I'll literally do the iPhone lock, and I'll be like, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah. Because he likes to touch the screen and, like, count the numbers, and so
that's
I'm
cute.
Like, here you go. Let me sleep for 1 more hour.
Yeah. I can't get that out of her, because she'll be like, somehow order shit off Amazon.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm, like, on our weaning journey, I'm, like, literally having to be, like, we're just awake now. Because when you say no to the boobs, then they just want to be awake. And I'm like, don't you want to go back to sleep? You only want to go back to sleep with boobs? Like.
Yeah, nice. Which is really funny, segue, because literally we were, like, laying in bed, like, hanging out, like, cuddling, having, like, a cute moment. Mm-hmm. And she starts slapping me in the chest, and she goes, I like your boobies. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, and I was like,
like a giant.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay.
No, literally, Blue will literally just, like, whack. If I say no, he'll be like, okay, fine, and turn around and go to sleep, and then just backhand me, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you are mad?
Yeah, you mad, bro?
Or I'll just be like,
Yeah, you're like, stay mad.
Yeah, literally.
Stay mad, because this is for my peace. See ya.
I've been doing this for 27 months.
Yeah, no.
If I do it another month, I'm going to a grippy sock vacation.
Not that this is, like, the best mom advice. Not that this is a mom podcast. We're health and wellness, apparently, still.
No, we're comedy. I switched up.
Oh, okay, cool. Just kidding. One of the things that helped me was I literally had to go out of town for 4 days. And I'm like,
well, this is good advice for all the girlies.
Yeah, I literally went out of town for 4 days. Like, I was like, you can't see me. But I'm like, if you can't see or smell, and, like, your body just, like, naturally stops producing because if there's no need for it at that time, because I think we were almost years into it. And I was like, the overstimulated, like, overtouched, and I was like, I love you. I brought you in this world.
Right.
Stop judging me.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely at that point, and everybody's always told me, like, oh, you're so patient, blah, 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 but I'm officially at that point where I'm overstimulated and overtouched.
It's like, 100%. And that's the thing, it's like, it's not that we love our kids any less, it's just like,
oh my God.
You want some milk? You want some, how about a water?
Right. Well, and I feel like our breastfeeding journeys are, like, very long compared to a lot of the other.
Yeah, because some people stop after 6 months. Yeah, but then we also like supplemented in the beginning, and then like it was just like all wonky because she had like allergies, and then she didn't have allergies, and that was so annoying. She was literally fine, but it was literally just they're like it could be, so just stop eating everything, and I'm like, oh, I have to stop eating it, and that was like. Wasn't hard to stop eating certain foods. It was just like you had to like be more consciously aware of the things you put in your body. Yeah. Which I was like,
You know what I've noticed? Like with your health history, I noticed doctors are always telling you to like stop eating. Because I remember when we first met, you weren't allowed to eat avocados.
Yeah, because I used to get these migraines. I don't really get them anymore, which is great.
Yeah. Do you think it was like pregnancy that made them stop?
I don't know.
They just stopped.
Well, when I had my daughter, I had a couple, because, like, the hormone changes and stuff, and that's what they said. So, like, when I would get my period, I used to get these migraines. But then there was also medications, because I had, like, a dual diagnosis or whatever. Right. With one of the medications that they gave me, they're like, oh, it actually makes your migraines worse. So I went from they're like, don't quote me, because, like we said, not medical, not a medical podcast. But it was, like, these migraines that were, like, basically mimic a stroke for, like, 30 minutes and then I'm fine. And then just, like, go on with my day. I'd still have, like, the headache part. Yeah. But, like, I would lose part of my vision. My peripheral would go out. I would be slurring my words, or, like, I couldn't think of words. It was quite alarming the first couple of times. And I went to, like, hospital and everything. They're like, you're good. I was like, you wanna check this one more time? They're like, no, you're good. And I used to have, like, I wouldn't say, like, rescue medication, but I had, like, a certain medication. I can't remember now, but they're like, take this when you get a migraine and then just, like, go to bed. And I was like, back then it was a little more convenient because the medication make you sleep for 12 hours, but now as a mother, I will be lucky to sleep for 2 hours consecutively. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right? Sleep medicine and parenting. Oh my god, that scares me.
So go ahead and take this and just sleep it off for like 12 hours. What? Who is sleeping 12 hours?
What if they wake up?
Yeah, I'm like, hello? I was like, does your kid sleep for 12 hours?
No, never.
I'd be lucky if we get 2 in a row.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard that, like, interrupted sleep. I was just talking to the peds doctor about this. Wow. There's a hurricane going on upstairs.
It's coming today. Flood warning.
Yeah, I was just talking to the peds doctor. They were talking about how, wow, I lost my entire train of thought.
They were talking about sleep.
Oh, sleep. Oh, that it's interrupted. That it's, like, totally, like, normal to have middle of the night wake ups, and especially with kids.
For people or just kids?
For people. Like, it's totally normal to have, like, middle of the night wake ups, and, like, it's really important to how you fall asleep is how you'll fall back asleep in the middle of the night. So it's really, that's what they were basically telling me, that why I've been having issues with night weaning is because I'm putting him to sleep for 5 minutes nursing. He's waking up in the middle of the night expecting to nurse back to sleep. So if he falls asleep without milk, it's a lot more likely to fall asleep.
Yeah, like we did so we went on a trip and we gave her a pacifier for the trip, for, like, takeoff and landing, because we thought it would help. She was only 6 months old at the time. Right. And, which is crazy because she'll be 3 this year.
Oh my god.
But yeah. But it was, like, at the time, it was fine. And then we nursed, and then to stop nursing, we would give her, like, the pacifier to, like, kind of keep her asleep, because then she wouldn't really wake up. Right. But then that was just it was honestly just one habit for a different one. So when I went on that trip or whatever, and I was away from her for 4 days to stop nursing, we really supplemented with the pacifier, especially because, you know, men and their useless nipples did nothing, but she wanted comfort, and that's what they get out of it is comfort. So he was like, I gave her the pacifier, and it was great, and it was good, and then we did that. Wow. I tried
so many varieties of pacifiers.
Yeah. And we had a very specific one, and it sucked because it was, like, always on Amazon redeliver.
Oh my gosh, because they lose them like crazy too.
Yeah, and you can never find them anywhere, like, in the store, and they're like, for 0 to 6 months, and you're like, what about the, like, turning, like, 2.5, like, 36, and they're like, oh, nothing past that because they don't want you using those?
Yeah, because their teeth start doing that, like, rounding
thing. Which is great. Her teeth are fine.
Her teeth are fine, yeah.
We stopped. Yeah. Life hack, I saw it on TikTok, so don't quote me on this, because if this doesn't work for you, sorry. We took her to Build-A-Bear, picked out any of her Build-A-Bear. Our girl is a Halloween girly. She picked out a limited edition Stitch, which is something I can never find again. Yeah. Unless you go on eBay. Love that for me. And when they were building it at the bear, they put the Binky, and she said, like, her goodbyes, and she put it inside the back of the bear, and then we tied it up, and they did all the Build-A-Bear things, and then she named it.
Love and
cute. She named it Binky Stitch.
Binky Stitch.
And I was like, yes, and she took that thing everywhere. We still sleep with it because she has the comfort and everything that she got from her Binky, but without ruining her teeth.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look at Shannon being an A+ mom.
It was a long time. Yeah. It was a long time coming. I think this was, like, in the fall.
I have I don't want to
look crazy.
Literally, we're talking to the spirits in the ceiling.
Yeah, right.
No, we have like no insulation in our basement, so unfortunately, you can hear everything in the ceiling.
But knowing you guys probably can't, so we just like
hopefully
we just look delusional, like huh?
Hopefully, it's just like a little bubble between you and I.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I don't want to like be quoted on this story. I'd have to ask my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, but I'm pretty sure she tried to do a similar thing when my mother-in-law, when my sister-in-law was like a little tiny lady, and I'm pretty sure they put it in a balloon. Like let it go, or like put it in the mail or something.
I thought you were talking about like a podcast.
Oh no,
she's trying to do a podcast. Go off.
The Binky.
The Binky thing. I was like, yes. Do we have episodes?
Yeah, but I feel like she said it ended up being like really traumatic because it was like gone forever. So I think the stitch there
no, for
is
sure.
Good, yeah.
Definitely something that like a keepsake.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because the whole like there's like a weaning kit and we tried it and she would just.
Did you cut them?
I tried, but then I saw things also on TikTok about people choking, and I was like, new fears. I was like, new fear unlocked. Cool, thanks. Trauma parenting.
My siblings were, they're like Irish twins, and they were like zombies. They called them Mimis, and they go, Mimi, Mimi. Like, they knew that we'd like hide them in the junk drawers, and they'd like rummage their like little gremlins. Well, I would like to go into my rant now.
Yes. And then I'll take mine.
Yes, and then you'll go into your rant. Mine's unfortunately serious, and that sucks because I saw this interview, which I've never seen this. I don't know if I love this like podcasting format where I saw the interview and then I saw the clip playing over and over and over again while she was talking. Mm-hmm. But basically, this woman was working.
Is this like a trigger warning one?
Yes, yeah, trigger warning for sure.
Because I don't. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
No. It's kind of new too. It literally just happened. But a woman was working out in a gym by herself, and like a apartment gym with a key fob.
Yeah.
First of all, if you have a key fob gym, never let anybody in.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Never open the door for anyone. Anybody that has a key fob gym, you're only allowed access if you have the key fob.
Yeah.
So the first kind of like red flag, I won't even say it was a mistake because she was trying to be kind. So the first red flag is she's working out alone at night, and she lets this man in, and he comes in. Unfortunately, she goes and she starts working out by herself, and she's like doing her sets. I think she was doing like the pelvic thrust, like at the squat bar, hip thrust, and he's literally just like and there's like video footage, you can find this literally anywhere. She's done so many interviews, but so he's like standing probably like 20 feet away from her, just like not looking at her but looking like away from her, and just kind of like thinking, and she like finishes her set, cleans off whatever. She gets up and he just like very gradually like approaches her, and then he just immediately lunges for her and grabs her, and then she like immediately just goes into defense mode. She pushes him off. She and then it's like so weird. I don't want to put the video footage, but I feel like what I'm saying would make more sense, so I don't know. Whatever, we'll think about it. Maybe like a short clip before it gets to
link or something.
Yeah, a link. Yeah, maybe a link. But yeah, so she starts getting chased around the gym. He's chasing her around, and okay, first of all, if it was me, I'd be chucking weights. I'd be like, we're gonna square up. But so she
there's safety in not working out,
and it's nighttime. She's alone, whatever. So she like she has her phone. She's trying to call 911. He's yelling at her like, "Don't call anybody," and she gets to the other side of the gym, and then he like tackles her to the ground, and she is just going at him. Like, she does not give up. She does not fight. She's just like punch after punch, and he has her like on the ground, and she's just going like at his head, like bop, 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 bop. It was great to see. I love to see it.
Yeah.
But
keep going.
Yeah. So she finally like somehow, I don't know how, probably the freaking grace of God, gets him off of her and just like books it to the door, gets out the door. Luckily, like, the apartment complex is right next to houses. She bangs on the door, gets into someone else's house, and then he runs in the opposite direction. And he was found the next day. the cops found him and they interrogated him and he's arrested and everything. But this situation could have been and it was so much worse. And it was all caught on camera. A lot of these times, like, for me, I was watching it and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen the situation, like, in real time, like, played out. I've only ever heard of it. And, like, even just witnessing it, it, like, it's just so crazy how you go into these moments where it's like, holy shit, like, there's literally nobody but myself to protect myself. Nobody.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, like, being a mother, that scares me, like, going in public. Obviously, I'm not taking my children to the gym at night, you know? Yeah.
Well, and I think the only reason I brought it up is, you know, I have been someone that has gone, before I was like, well, not before I was married. I've been married for most of my 20s.
I know.
My whole life. But, my past marriage, I did a lot of things alone. And my ex was always deployed, so I was by myself in a different state, and I was hyper vigilant and hyper aware because that was like such a fear of mine. So a lot of ways for that to not happen when you are a very independent woman, you're living by yourself, you know, always like never be looking at your phone when you're walking to your car. Never let strangers into the gym when you're working out by yourself unless they have a key fob. And it's just so unfortunate that I even have to, like, recommend how to be safe alone. That we live in a world where it's like you can't be safe alone. And it's just, it was so unfortunate. And, you know, her best advice was, like, to keep on fighting. Never stop fighting and be loud. They don't want loud people. They don't want, you know, predators want someone shy, docile, quiet. So just be obnoxious, scream, like, oh my God. The amount of screaming I've done at cat callers, like, I'm sorry, I'm not the one. Don't cat call me or I'm gonna freak. It just, like, triggers something deep within me where I'm like, square. But oh my God, it was just so unfortunate. And just, like, be safe, you know, have the pepper spray, have the
whatever
all of the protection.
Apparently in some places tasers are illegal.
Illegal? Wow.
In certain cities.
I've never had a taser.
There's certain cities around us too that are illegal.
I'm so scared that I would accidentally tase myself.
You know, at least you. Oh my God.
Have you ever seen, sorry to just go all into another direction, but have you ever seen those videos where they tase the recruits?
Oh, yeah, you're like, never mind. I was like, look at me, thank God I have chronic illness. And sorry, I can't do that.
I can't believe that's crazy that they're illegal.
If there's ever a mass draft, I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry, I have autoimmune, sorry, I can't. Right. That part alone scares me, just a little sip that.
Well, I have a funny story time where, well, I was kind of like in between jobs, like in forever in my life, but like 2016 to 2017, and in Carroll County, they were, whatever, we'll bleep this, but they were having a sheriff's department, like a sheriff's like recruit, and I was like, oh, maybe I could be a sheriff, and I literally like prepared for it for like 3 weeks, just and like really. JK. No, I like passed like all the way through. And then
you committed to the bit.
Literally.
You said, I'm committed.
I was the only girl that passed, and it was like when we got there to the it's not auditions. When we got to the audition,
it was like, girl, that's the wrong kind of video.
Listen,
they lied to you.
I'm a Leo. Like, it doesn't matter what audition, I'm booking that job.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if I wanted it or not. I'm getting it, and then I'm gonna quit.
So I get there, and there's like 100 people, and then they like obviously run us through all these tests, like you had to do like a certain push-ups, and at that time I was like super like fit. I was like a personal trainer, whatever, so we had to do a certain amount of push-ups, certain amount of curl-ups. There was this one girl that really wanted to make it. She'd been training for years, and I was like, and we got like buddied up, and I was like pushing her, and I was like, dude, you got it. And she was like, stop. And I was like, sorry. And then she didn't pass, and I was like,
well, maybe you stopped. You stopped.
You shouldn't have stopped. But and then we had to run a mile, or what? I think it was a mile, and I got like at that time I got like a 12-minute mile, and I remember they like I was like running, and I was like, at that point, like, the last girl, and they were like, come on! Like, they were, like, screaming at me, and I was like, I am not built for this. Like, why are you yelling at me?
You're like, I'm just trying to save the day.
Literally. And then I took the test, and I passed. The test was so easy. Like, no shade to sheriffs, but it was really easy. Yeah. And I took the test, and then they called when it was time to do my what's it called? Polygraph. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, oh, sorry, like, you've smoked weed in the past, like, 5 years, so you can't do it. And I was like, oh, darn. Bummer. But yeah,
But it was recreational at the time, or no?
No, it was like 2016 when actually, 2017, yeah. So, yeah, so, yeah.
That's close.
So,
could have waited a little bit longer.
Could have been a sheriff. Whenever I tell people that story, they're like, wow, I could never see it.
Yeah, I can't. Not even.
But yeah, I committed to the bit. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Sometimes it's kind of fun to, like, see, like, challenge yourself like that and see if, like, I don't know.
I do that with booking the shit out of myself.
Yeah,
making myself
you really do.
Booked, busy, and slightly bothered. Because I do it to myself, though.
Booked, busy, and bothered.
But don't worry. Anybody and everything that I've done this week and the weeks to come, I love you all. I'm just... Like,
Shannon's mantra going forward is saying no to more people.
No.
No, it's
I don't say no to myself. That's it. Just me.
Except me.
Are we gonna have a calm day? No.
No.
That's what I say to myself. It's okay. I love you guys.
Okay, now it's time for your rant.
Okay. Hot take.
Hot take.
Spicy nuggets. Okay. I'm a little bit... My hot take, yours is like, oh, like women empowerment. Mine's like, I'm fucking mad at the food industry.
Do you like them?
Which one?
Spicy nuggets?
I do.
Okay.
Because sometimes I don't want all the bread, but I do like a little spiciness because I like to dip my I'm a sauce girl.
What kind of spice is it? Like buffalo spice? Or I'm not like a
so.
Spicy girl.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
So McDonald's came out with some little spicy nuggets, and I was like, they're perfect. It's just like taking, like, the hot and spicy McChicken? It's the same thing. Put little nuggets, and they're, like, crispier, though. So they taste good.
That's cute.
Yeah, and I just dip them in ranch because we want something that can pair well with the sauce. Not that I don't dip my regular nuggets in those, but I usually dip my regular nuggets in buffalo and ranch.
So I'm so interested.
It's just cutting out a step for me. But what I've always wondered, right? McDonald's does it. Wendy's does it. Chick-fil-A has a spicy chicken sandwich and nuggets. Why don't they have spicy nuggets?
True.
I've actually sent an email before.
To Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. When I was pregnant with my daughter. I was like, I was like, no comments or no complaints. Love you guys. One, can we bring the peach milkshake out before the end of the year? Like, it's, you guys always put it out, like, the peach milkshake feels like
heaven.
Yeah. It really does. It
so
feels
good.
like a springy thing. And then you guys, it used to come out in May. And then, like, every year it's gotten farther and farther away. Like, I don't even know. But, like, last year was, like, June, July. And I'm like,
yeah.
That's refreshing.
Maybe there's a peach shortage. Probably not. I don't think so. I'm always trying to, like, make excuses for people.
And first of all, we're not saying that we are sponsored or believe in any of these big brands and what they believe in. I just like nuggets, okay? I am a good food. Yeah. And like I like to try new things. I like to have a good balance. We do the 60-40.
Yeah.
30-70.
Yeah.
Depends on the week. Sometimes it's 10 we're 10 for 10. 10 for 10 meals out. Yeah, we are doing our damn best.
Surviving, not thriving.
I literally said that to one of my friends. We were talking about that literally yesterday on the phone. She was like, it's life motto. I was like, yeah.
Truly.
Especially
after having kids.
Yeah. So basically, I just want to know, like, why can't they make the nuggets? Like, is there a reason they haven't put it out? Because Taco Bell got a whole new menu this year. That bitch got 65 different new fucking items. Like, every week they have a new thing coming out. Oh.
Oopsie. Oh. Well, there's like a whole marketing team, too, for, like, the food companies.
Yeah.
And
which is great. Taco Bell, their PR person needs to reach out to Chick-fil-A and just be like, we're asking for one thing.
Yeah. But even the spicy sandwich is fairly new, right? Didn't it come out, like, during COVID-y?
I don't know.
Or maybe it was like a certain sauce or something.
Maybe we just ate out a lot during COVID.
Right. I mean, honestly, same. Oh my God.
I did. I thought at some point I was like, this is eventually going to be cheaper.
It wasn't like the freshman 15. It was like the COVID 30.
Yeah, it was the pandemic 30.
I was like, thank God I got pregnant.
Actually, same.
Chunky before.
Yeah. It was the pandemic 30. It was the pandemic pregnancy and 30.
Pandemic pregnancy, man.
You know what's really funny? This is a side note. I had made a Snapchat, and it was so funny. Like a couple of weeks like into the pandemic, and it was so funny, and it was like just like, you know, like a Snapchat, like it was like one of those things that was like, oh, blah blah years ago you had said, and I had made a joke, and I think it was in like or the pandemic was like March. I think it was a joke in like May or June to like just a handful of friends, and I was like something about like pandemic pregnancy or something as a joke, and then like literally
then you got pregnant.
Literally in like August. I was like,
you were pregnant like during COVID, right?
Mm-hmm. Because I had friends that were pregnant in like going into the pandemic, and mine was like thought it was almost over.
Right. Honestly, great time to be pregnant.
Yeah. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to go anywhere. Yeah, it was great.
And I feel like so much like just got better. Like I don't know, like more like.
I think people just also like. I'm not saying the pandemic.
Not better. I know that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was better. I think it was just. I think there was more. Let me find good words before I have people come after me.
It's hard to like say.
It's hard to say something good about the pandemic because I know people are going to be like. I will say it gave me the opportunity to be home with my daughter. I got to be home with her for the first year and a half. She was around.
I feel like it just like restructured society.
And also like people just I think it just created also like another thing was like a different understanding of like just common sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when you don't feel good and you now people are like just wearing masks when they don't feel good. You know what I mean? Like
they're
I'm not saying we have to, but that's the other thing. In other countries, US was just always the last. We are the last to be the last to do everything. Like in other countries, it was just like more common to be like, oh, you have a cold or like don't feel good and you have to go in public. I'm gonna wear a mask.
Oh yeah.
But now, I mean, now people are just saying like, oh, it's whatever, it's not a big deal. And I'm not saying an anti-masker. I'm not saying I'm a masker. Blah blah blah, all that, whatever. I'm just saying people have more common sense when they're using their judgment better. Like that they want to be like, oh, it's just the cold or oh, I just have the flu. It's no big deal. But now people are like. Thinking about them.
I love
being
to
more
see
consciously aware, like, you know? Then also, I think that there's also people that just were like, well, it's not COVID, so it's fine. I'm like,
literally.
Okay. Like, okay, thank you, whatever.
Well, and I feel like, to go to, like, kind of a spiritual level, I feel like the universe kind of, like, pushes things like this to happen to, like, wake people up.
Yeah.
Like, they always talk about, like, spiritual awakenings, but I feel like there's so much, like, entrepreneurship that has happened from like COVID. Like so many people have started their own businesses. Like I just was watching a TikTok of this guy that literally like started a business during COVID and like it got bought out within like a month.
That's crazy.
And his idea was genius. It was to
Have you seen all the new things? It's like sharks. Today I'm asking for $30 to go to Target with my daughter.
Yeah. I've seen that. His idea was a virtual graduations, which at that time was like, and he created like a whole website and then like made like a yearbook and like did it really cute.
That's cute.
But literally like sharks, like sharks. Would you like to
fund this podcast?
Fund this podcast. You can't have it because I'm gonna have my own production company one day, but you can fund it.
Yeah, you can fund it until we find things that will fund
investors? Question mark. Yeah. That could be you today.
Chick-fil-A, if you want me to stop talking about these nuggets, or you want to stop gatekeeping your spicy nuggets, I'm sure they're making them. Yeah. And they're giving them to other people.
When I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings, this is a Buffalo Wild Wings secret. Tune in.
I'm listening.
They literally just take so they have all of the sauces like in the little like kind of like ketchup looking bottles, like the OG squirters. Yeah. They're all labeled. They get these like metal like bowls and that have like lids on them.
Yeah.
They the regular nuggets and then never change their oil. So if you do get your belly hurt, they never swap out their oil. They only do it like once a week.
Yikes.
Shade. Yeah.
Well, that sucks. I usually get those on Thursday.
Hopefully they're changing them on Thursday.
Maybe it's Wednesday night.
If it doesn't hurt your belly though, then
it has to
fine.
Because like Thursday's the BOGO night.
Oh yeah.
They have to.
I
hope so.
that was like kind of a fun job because I went from hosting to waitressing to they offered me more to be in the kitchen and like I learned so much in the kitchen. I had a great time because I don't know, like something about just like those like industrial kitchens are really interesting and they just like taught me so much and I learned how to make the pico. I learned how to make.
You want to know what show I'm watching right now? It reminds me of that. That's why.
No, tell me.
It's called The Bear.
Oh yeah. I need to get back onto it.
Okay, so basically,
How far are you?
We are literally about to watch the last episode of season 2.
Oh my god.
So, but I couldn't mentally watch it last night. I was like, no.
Are they still screaming at each other? Or has it gotten calmer?
This is all the way at the end.
God, I'm sorry. I'm so bad about that.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but it's the last episode, and they're still filming season 3 and 4 right now. So I'm like, knowing my luck, it'll be like the fucking, what's that dragon? The dragon, House of Dragon. There we go. Where it's like, filming now, it's 6 years later. Anyway.
Oh, also, House of Dragon is coming back in October.
I love it.
That is my favorite show.
That's literally why we're finishing up Bear now, so that we can rewatch that.
Yes,
it's great. So Yellowstone is just going to be in limbo.
Yes.
Well, besides their actual production of it, but like
Yellowstone has been in limbo for like since before you started.
No worries. I'm about to start season 3, but we stopped, went on vacation. Mm-hmm. Watched 2 other shows in between that. Love that. Oh, yeah. What's today? Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday,
yeah.
For all my TV peoples, do we watch Next Level Chef?
I'm not, but I know that like a lot of the girlies do, yeah. Luke loves Ramsay too.
I love Ramsay.
He's learned
you know
so
why?
much from
he
him.
could literally yell in my face and I'd be like, yes, chef. Thank you.
Yes, Jeff.
Yes. Oh, yes. If you know, you know.
Yes,
if
Jeff.
not, if you don't know, then yes. But yeah, those are, I really we love watching cooking shows. You know what's really funny? Neither of us can cook.
Really? Luke loves to watch
I was just talking about fast food. What do you think? and wing night. Which is great because usually we do, we don't really do a lot of fast food. Well, we do, but not really. We plan it out. I feel like
you're a good cook though. You're just the easy meals, the easy ready meals.
Yeah, pasta salad, already cooked, done. Pasta salads.
And you shop local, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really good. And, a lot of local meats and, butters. Went to an Amish Market yesterday.
Love.
Fuck that place up. It was just a bunch of...
In Maryland?
No, it was out of state.
Out of state,
yeah.
Okay.
It was on my Drivey Drive.
Yeah.
But it was only, 40 minutes from here.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
The Amish can really throw down.
Yeah.
Their Adirondack chairs that they make...
Oh, yeah. Also, plot twist, if anyone wants to get anything that's really expensive, look up Marketplace first.
Always.
Because I found a pair of Adirondack chairs. They're kind of in... what are the odds?
Still there?
Yeah.
I have them saved.
I already paid for them.
Oh, you did?
Plot twist, yeah. I just Venmoed them. And knowing my luck, and I have their address, so if they...
Was it the orange and blue one?
Yeah, it was orange and blue. Okay, so
she
plot
said
twist,
this to me, too.
So, if anyone else is watching this that I've sent them to, I am getting the chair still. Watch the people that I'm buying these from watch this, and they're like, wow, she called our chairs ugly. They're just these really bright, stripy colors, and I'm like...
They're so cute.
They're really cute.
They're so cute. Especially you love the pops of colors with the pastels.
Well, I'm about to hurt your feelings. I'm going to paint them.
Wow. What color? White.
White.
Yeah. She paints everything
white.
At least it's not gray. If you would paint everything gray, I'd be like, Shannon, it's not 2017. No. But you paint everything white.
Yeah.
It's very in. It's very fine.
My house is gray.
But the colors are cutie.
I really like them because my daughter has a mini white Adirondack chair that's plastic.
True.
Homegirl cannot be trusted with
you gotta get
really
a good exterior paint for sure.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna get some spray paint or some shit.
Well, you can do spray paint. They have exterior spray paint.
Oh.
Yeah, and they have the nice handles too, where you can just I'm not very good at spray painting. It's very hard.
I still need to do that other thing that I said I was gonna do.
Oh yeah, the easel. Yeah.
Well,
now you're painting everything white. Yeah. Just go to town. Do it all at once.
Perfect. Line it all up in the yard.
Yeah, literally.
Get the dogs in it and everything. Just really make everybody white.
Well, the trick to spray painting, I've been told, is literally a flip of the wrist, a.
Do you have to make the sound too?
Do you like my ASMR?
Yes.
Do I sound like a spray painting?
No, that's broken. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, I have the story. I'm gonna out my sister. Sorry. It's kind of funny about
what happened this week.
No,
oh, okay.
It's about no.
That's a
love you.
Interesting story.
No, she did not consent to this, but it was funny. Hopefully she's okay with this. If not, I guess we'll have to edit this whole part out. It was funny because my mom was visiting her. Mm-hmm. She was moving and stuff over the weekend, and there was I guess my sister had left her phone on or something with ASMR video, and my mom was like, holy fuck, there's something in the walls, it's like a rat, and my mom was freaking out, and then she woke up my sister and was like, what the fuck is that? She goes, it's just my video, Mom. And she was like, turn it off. Like, it's just like creatures on the wall.
Cute. She falls asleep listening to ASMR.
I guess so, or something.
Oh, I know some girls that do that.
But it was funny. It's funny because it was just like, my mom was like, it was like, like in my wall. My mom was like, my sister lives like, you know, in a very, what's the word for it? Country state?
Rural.
That's the word. That's the word. Whatever. In a very, outdoorsy area. Yeah. So, like, having something in your wall is not, like, really out of pocket. Yeah. So...
It's a normal fear for your mom to feel that way. Yeah.
And it was really funny because my sister was even telling me a story that she was like looking and there was just like a raccoon ran by and she goes, time to go. So the fact that she told my mom that story and she's playing the little in the wall, dead.
That's so cute. Honestly, I am so impressed by the ASMR girls that like have it as their career. Yeah. Like no
I would love
shade.
to do anything as a career.
It's so cool. Like honestly, the way that they're like. They can just be so calm and so quiet. And sometimes I've, like, seen on TikTok, they, like, stream for, like, 3 hours of just being quiet and whispering. And, I mean, it's a commitment. Like,
they don't have kids. They don't have kids, do they?
Or they have grown-up kids. Like, one or the other. Eventually, we get freedom, I've been told. It takes a while. Okay. I think it's, like, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so, we'll check back in about 10 years.
We'll be here, we'll be back in 5 years.
Yeah, we'll go 10. Literally. 10, just to be really sure.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah. Really wondering about those nuggets.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. Let's check.
You like it?
You like it a lot?
You like that?
That's so funny.
Oh, I have something interesting to talk about. This has been on my notes for a while.
I just keep checking my phone because I'm like... Do you ever get that like that with your phone that it's like phantom like...
I have phantom that it's not recording all the time.
I have phantom anxiety. No, I always feel like my phone like vibrates. I'm like, oh, let me look. And I'm like, nothing happened.
Wait, like, I have heard that that's like a real thing. Like phantom vibrate. That it's like... I remember listening to...
Or like my watch, like it vibrates and it's like completely dead for hours. Yes. Like right now, literally.
No. I'll have to look that up so we can talk about it more in the next episode. But they're literally thinking that it's like connected to genetics. That like the phantom feeling can go on to like your children if it like keeps happening.
It's the generational phones. At some point,
generational phone trauma.
Dead.
Actually, I have 2 hot takes.
Okay.
One, I don't know too much about, so I'll go over pretty quickly. So apparently, there is a whole, we're getting into science. Ooh. There's a whole expedition team that is committed to finding Amelia Earhart's plane in the ocean. Found her. They did?
I thought that was a thing that came out this year. I don't know anything about it, but I remember seeing it. But
you might have seen it in the notes, because I said, we found Amelia Earhart, ?
That could have been where I saw it. That could have been where I saw it. It was you. It was you. It was you.
But
I need to check the notes more. ? Yeah, I was like, cool.
The clip is really cool. There's a whole expedition. Their literally, like, logo is, like, Amelia, like, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. It's, like, a big... not yellow, orange submarine, and they're like looking all over the place. Some people think that she just like left and went to Japan and just like lived her life. I hope she did.
Somebody should have. Did you see that they found that one artist? His last name is Jim. Is it Jim Morrison? They thought he was dead.
Alive in Portugal?
That's what. Yeah. Right. That's what I saw. But it says that he had died in 1971. I know conspiracy theory is your thing.
He has a whole famous grave. If he's alive, that's...
Yeah, because someone, like, they literally said something about it. Like, I saw it literally today.
I see the picture.
You see it? Mm-hmm. And they're like, he's actually, like, they found him or something. Not that I really know anything. Because I don't know this man like that.
Yeah, we don't have to cut this out. If they found...
I swear I saw something about it because I even asked, you know...
He looks like
this morning, and I was like, "Do you know how this is?" He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I think they found him," and he was like, "What do you mean you think?" And I was like, "Well, it's the internet, so it could be a lie."
He died in 1971. He was part of the the 27 Club.
Yeah,
that's like he was one of the like famous rockers. That was. I don't know if that's
so many of them. I don't know. I mean, people could literally lie. Like I could literally wake up tomorrow and be like, somebody else and pretend to be somebody else.
And no shade to Jim Morrison, but he definitely looks like a, like, kind of typical white man. So
the picture that I saw of him, yeah.
I see it. Is this one?
Yeah, the one that they had posted, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. If that's him, I don't know. That would be
That's what
crazy.
I saw, and I was like, that he needs, like, medical attention or something in the U.S.
Yeah.
Is that what it was posted for?
I'm pretty sure he, like, OD'd. Like, the 27 Club is usually what they're, like, known for, like, ODing or something. I don't know. So. This is...
not my wheelhouse. But I did see that today, and I was like, hello.
I love a good conspiracy theory, man.
Yeah. That's your jam. That's why I brought it up.
Allegedly. Also, not allegedly, well, kind of allegedly, hopefully Diddy is going to jail.
Yeah, I don't know anything on that. I see it everywhere, but I'm like, I don't have a brain cell in this to speak on it. Like, I don't know what's going on.
You haven't seen any of the clips or anything? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yeah, so his 3 houses all over the country were raided by the feds. And, for sex trafficking or SA, child trafficking, like all kinds of like not good stuff. Oh, there was like mules.
Should probably put a trigger warning.
Yeah, sorry.
Diddy.
Trigger warning is Diddy. He is a creep. Oh my god, no, literally, like I've seen so many podcasts. Is this like
valid, or is it just like people are?
Oh, it's valid. Yeah, I mean he's like roaming free because he has. I mean, when you make that much money, you have a lawyer that can literally get you out of anything.
That's crazy.
But honestly, Diddy has had, like, music videos of him running from the feds since, like, the 2000s. Like, he has always kind of, like, mocked the law. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. He seems like he's weird, though. I saw some clips of, like, of lives, and he literally was like, I adopted a white girl. And he's literally just, like, and she's like, hi, my name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio. And he's like, no, don't say that. And it's like, what is going on? It's just like so, like it's all over the place. It's very random. It's very uncomfortable. I did see something
weird about, like, I remember seeing something about him and Justin Bieber was weird. Or
yeah, he had those like camps with like boys, and I don't know. It's like I have
no idea. I just know that I saw some like reel or TikTok or something that was like Justin Bieber.
I think honestly it could kind of be like an Epstein thing where he also is like a major scapegoat for just like the whole Holly weird too. Like it's much easier to do these big giant raids and pin it on one person, even if they are terrible and doing all of these things. There is so much behind it.
There's more people behind it.
Because who the heck, like, if there is any kind of trafficking, where are they coming from? How? Yeah. Who is indulged? Like, he has had so many of the white parties. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, remember the movie White Chicks? Yeah. Like, Terry Crews is literally mocking P. Diddy. Yeah. And, like, how, like, he's, like, always has all these, like people around. Like, all it's just all, like, shady and weird. And, I mean, I just, again, kids should not be in these spaces. Yeah. They should be at home, like, sleeping, like, in their beds, like, being kids. Yeah, it's just, like, God, yeah. We'll keep tabs on the Diddy situation, because there's not really much to say.
Yeah. I need to be, like, more knowledgeable.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, research, because it is really interesting. I mean, from what I know right now, his private jet was seized, so he can't leave the country anymore. And it was seized in Trinidad. Like,
so he's stuck in Trinidad?
I don't know where he is right now.
I'm sure he can have other people come get him, right? When yeah. Have money and people.
And, like, his drug mules, like, people... I hate that word, because it sounds so, like... But it's literally just a person that's, like, selling and holding all of the drugs and then just, like, giving it to other people and running the drugs. Like, they're the ones that, like... Or fall guys. They're basically a fall guy. Yeah. So he was arrested and then immediately got out because the lawyers that they have like on his team are just they just like it's
they move
whatever.
Like magic.
But it's frustrating to see because there's people sitting in freaking jail right now with a life sentence for marijuana. Yeah. And then these drug mules get out because they like it's just
know the right people.
Yeah. I'm like that's annoying.
That's gross.
I mean honestly, 2024, let's get all of the marijuana charges out of prison.
Let's make it make sense.
Yeah, because what the actual fuck, bro? So, I have a hot take, and I want to know your opinion.
Oh, shit.
I think that people that watch The Bachelor, are you familiar with the premise is?
Yeah.
People that watch The Bachelor think polygamy is okay.
That's what you think?
Yeah. Because it's like, and it's so interesting. Cause
I wish that I knew more. Like, I know the gist of it. I'm not an idiot. I've seen a TV show.
Yeah, the Hand Out the Roses. Yeah. One person's dating 30 people. But it's like,
I watch Next Level Chef. I want to see I want to see them get the apron.
The only time I watched cooking shows was when I was bodybuilding, and I was so hungry, and I would be walking on the elliptical, just.
I just like watching it. I just like love watching it because like all these like reality TV shows. Like there was a girl on Next Level Chef, I think last season, who like I think she won the whole thing. I'm really bad at like I love these shows and I binge watch it and I'm like I forget the whole last thing. And she's local to us and I'm pretty sure she won. And she's like really, really young and I'm like, wow, good for you. Like
that's amazing.
Big shout out to her. And she's like and she now has like a web series that's sponsored by him, I think, or like he picked it up, like Gordon, and she has like a bunch of stuff and she's like really young.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that for
and her. That's what I like seeing. And like now this whole episode, like do you know Jaclyn Hill, the makeup artist? Yeah, her husband is one of the contestants on the show.
Oh, really? I thought he was like a videographer guy. I didn't know that he was into cooking and stuff.
I guess he's into cooking now. Yeah, I don't know what his name is. Oh, I think he's like Jordan or something.
Yeah, he has like glasses.
Yeah, he's in the show. He's one of the like the
that's so
top
cool.
couple people. Not to ruin it for anybody, but like
Go
he's still there.
Jordan.
But, yeah, so it's like seeing a lot of these like chefs and stuff are like, I was watching people that are like, they're no longer these like, you know, gourmet chefs that are like, I did all my cooking you know,
I like how the worlds merge.
Yeah, it's like definitely more realistic because it's like, oh, like one person was like literally talking about, like we talked about the pandemic earlier, was like, oh, I got my training during like, you know, COVID and I did everything at home and like turned into a home chef and that's like where they got everything and then now they're like an internet like cook and that's what they're saying. They're like, I'm a TikTok chef and I'm like, I love that.
I love that.
That's why I like watching because I like to see people like, and there's also been a couple people that was on this season because this is like celebrity or not celebrities but it's like internet versus culinary kind of thing I think is what it's called.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's like all kinds of mixes and there was like a couple people in there that were like actual people I watch on TikTok that are like chefs that were on there and I was like, I love this. Two of the ones I loved the most were like literally gone in the first like couple of weeks. I'm like, thanks guys.
Of course.
I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you from the gym.
That's the hardest part about the competition
and, like, you feel
shows.
Like because you see like watch these shows, maybe this is gonna get too deep, but I'm like when you watch these shows and you see them on TikTok, like when they go from like low followers to a lot, you go, okay, they're girly pop. When you go from like no followers to a lot of followers or whatever, and then you see them like doing all this stuff or whatever, like you're like happy for them and you like watch them grow and stuff. So to see them be like, oh, I went from being like, you know, just like having like a handful of people like cooking in like this tiny like you know apartment kitchen and now they're in like this huge kitchen and they're on like Ramsay's show. Yeah. I love that.
Honestly, same like with the Bachelor franchise. There's a few girls that literally were on the show and they didn't find love or whatever, but then they get like a whole like following and a whole community and they like start their podcast and they like you get to know them and what their interests are and like a lot of people on The Bachelor have like come out and like come out of the closet and like there's this one girl that I loved. She was on The Bachelor and then she was on The Bachelorette. Her name's Gabby, and then she just came out like as a lesbian and like so now she's just like doing the thing and she just started a podcast. I think it comes out in April or sometime soon, but she's
cool.
But what I was saying about The Bachelor is I just think like, I mean, if you're cool with like your partner kissing like
but are they like that's the other thing like what's
they're
the
not
difference
really cool with it.
But that's the other thing. It's like what about like people that casually date? Like, there's people that aren't exclusively dating. Like, I'm sure that, I mean, not me, I'm in a committed relationship. But, you know, whatever.
I'm just, like, always been really into monogamy. So I guess it's hard for me to understand dating.
If you're seeing someone, so, like, this is how I feel like people that are, like, date, they could go on multiple dates, and if they're seeing someone, until someone's like, will you be my girlfriend, or something like that, then it's not exclusive, so, like,
that's true.
Thinking of, like, one person's going on a date. It just happens to be in front of everybody.
And it's the same person.
Yeah.
It's not like he's exclusively dating 30 girls.
Yeah. But that's the weird thing. Like, they're not seeing anyone else. But, like, in the real world, they'd all be seeing different people.
Well, and they have these, like, cocktail hours at, like, before they do, like, the rose ceremony where he'll, like, have, like, one-on-one, like, 5 to 10 minutes with each girl, and as it gets, like, closer to the end, he's, like, literally back-to-back making out with, like, different girls.
I don't watch the show, but I know for me, it'd be a no dog.
Yeah.
It'd be a no for me.
Well,
but, like,
a lot of girls leave because of it, too.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think I would be built for that, because if I have to fight for your time and attention, I don't want it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, literally. It's like,
if you're not gonna, if I have to fight for you and feel like, not like, I mean, even about it being an insecure thing, you know, like, it's beyond that. If I have to feel like I have to fight to get your full attention, time, and love, then you clearly belong to someone else. I'm not gonna do that.
And I think that is a huge part of the show, especially now, as, like, we're getting into this very, like, woman empowerment.
Yeah,
like,
so at what point is this show gonna be, like...
Yeah. Honestly, The Bachelorette is way more entertaining because it's like one girl and 30 guys. And she's like, cut. You, like, I don't know, the girls are just much more direct, and they're a lot more like they'll some of the, like, first few days they'll be like, yeah, this is, like, not, like, hitting, like, you gotta go. But I feel like sometimes the guys, they drag it a little bit longer.
Yeah. You're like, no.
Yeah, they want to experience more. Yeah, but I don't know. Could never be me on The Bachelor.
No, it couldn't be me, and it won't be me.
No, yeah.
No.
And I honestly, like, I think, what I was going to say is I think a lot of women that get on the show think they're going to be the person that's like, let's end it all for me.
That changes the person.
I'm going to change him.
Is giving, I can change.
Yeah.
I can change him.
I can change him.
Like,
it's like...
You have a 1 in a million shot, girly pop. Like, better bees.
What's that one quote? It's like, when people show you who they are, trust them or believe them.
Yeah, believe it when they show you who they really are.
You don't have to think you're going to change them. Just be like, oh, you is what you is.
Yep. And if that's not what you want, then that ain't it.
Bye.
I keep getting, like, more and more wrapped in it.
Just, like, by the end, just be fully submerged. I'm gonna do, like, a clip from you, like, start to finish.
There's more and more.
Oh, and end it with that picture of you.
When you're listening.
Just your heads out. Yeah, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a little nap right here.
I'm taking a nap right here. Oh, maybe, hopefully soon, we're gonna have a couch here.
Yeah.
And then I'll
really take a nap. Then I'll really take a nap.
Then I'll really take a nap right here. Alright, guys. Well, Shannon's going to sleep. We love you so much, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week with episode 6. Love you. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. Bye.